Let's play.
Hey guys, welcome back to SimCity Starter. I have been looking at the map a little bit. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, and I went into the R&D section, and I've been looking around, and I think I have some ideas. I haven't let the game run, I haven't been playing at all, because I want to do everything on camera for you guys. I want to show you what I'm building and when I'm building it, and how I'm building it, so you're kind of playing along. But I have some ideas, and I think what we're going to start doing at some point is I would like a nice curved road here that kind of follows this ridge, and we'll come down along this line here, and I'm thinking about putting in some of the trade HQs, maybe the electronics HQ, things like that, so when you come into the city and you look up and you're coming down this road, you've got big skyscrapers right here, which will be kind of neat, I think. And then I have a redesign in mind for this, and what we're going to do is we're going to change it up. I was thinking about having a neighborhood here and another neighborhood here and things like that. I think we're going to take this and we're going to turn this more into a suburban sprawl. This is going to be more of a medium wealth, low density, maybe medium density, just a suburb area. More organic roads, not a lot of measuring. We're going to kind of make this look kind of neat because sometimes suburbs, the roads they put down don't make any sense anyway, and it'll kind of look good. I don't want to grid this off in this corner because to me it just looks unnatural. When you get to the edges of the map, I don't usually like to box right into the map. I want to kind of have some stuff sprawled because it looks more natural when you don't look at the guidelines. I have an idea about probably maybe moving this road. I know that we have a little bit of money to play with, so I'm probably going to do that. And then at some point, probably very soon also, I'm probably going to get into redoing this whole road because all the lumps and bumps are really driving me nuts. I don't mind a hill or a bump or something like that. It's that I know this road can be smooth. So I really want to try to get this thing as smooth as I can. It's going to irk me until I get it taken care of. But before we do all that, I have an idea for right here. And we're going to go ahead and let the game play. And I'm going to zoom in. And we're going to get rid of this area right here. And I have finally found a great area to put our city hall. And if you look, we go right here. It fits just perfect because we go over one here, we're getting into the red. If we go to the left here, 2, we're getting into the red. So we're going to go right in the middle, and I think right here, and we finally have City Hall. And this is going to be a good location. And now look, everybody's happy because we have City Hall. And we can also go into the edit mode. We can put down our Department of Utilities, and that's what we're going to do. So now we have a Department of Utilities in our region. And you know what? We're even going to go ahead and put down our sign. So City Hall is here in the region, and it looks wonderful. And I'm very excited about that. So, something accomplished. I'm going to go over here, and I'm actually just going to start with some of these roads, just because we don't need to... Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't, because, you know, we did leave some other services off when we did this rebuild. So let's take a look. It looks like clearly fire is something we need. So, we don't have a fire station. So let's put one down. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pack one down right here in this corner. At least for the time being, that'll do well. We also need a school. And we're going to do... Well, how much of our schools? Because I want to do a temporary school. 16,000. That's not terrible. Let's go ahead and let's put down a grade school right in here for now. And I believe we had to add one classroom. And do we have... Well, we probably haven't placed any bus stops because we've redesigned this entire area. So we will have to do that as well. So let's get in here, and we're going to keep them all on the same side of the street. And this time I'm going to make sure that they are on the side of the street of our residence. So here and here, and here, and here. Just anywhere that you see that there's a lack of green coverage, put one down. I'm going to remove that one, and I'm going to actually move it to the other side of the street. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to get into my bulldoze tool. And this can be, unfortunately, a little tricky. You got to zoom way in because you don't want to accidentally, and I've done this so many times, where you want to delete a bus stop and you end up deleting your road. So let's get rid of that there. And yes, I know they think they're sad, but they're really not because we have plenty of coverage for buses. So And I'm not as worried about this because you know what? We're going to get into tearing this all down. And that's going to kind of change our population. We're going to have a population decline, but that's okay. It'll come back, I promise. Now, let's look at, as I always say, let's look at our utilities. We're great on power. We're still good on water. We're still good on sewage. Now that we have our Department of Utilities, I really want to find a plan to get rid of this and get our sewage plant going. So, trash, it's early in the day yet. I mean, it just started, so trash we're not going to have an issue with. Fire, now we've got a fire station. We do need a clinic. And again, I hate to put all these temporary buildings down, so you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to pause the game. Because I don't mind... Well, we do have a clinic. Oh, and it's treating 9 patients. We still have 4 deaths. You know what? That could be education. That could be a lot of different things. But you know, seriously though, we're going to delete this whole area. So let's pause the game because we're going to get in here and take care of that. And you know, we are going to have to put down a police station. Boy, I shouldn't have even put that school down because I just wasted the money. Thankfully, we're doing well, and all this shows that we're in the negative. We're not. See, this is the number you need to take care. Our profit loss, we're hourly losing money, but because of all the crude oil that we're selling, I mean, look at how many shipments we've already had in this first month. We're selling oil left and right because we have so many pump jacks and we have our trade depot. So we are in the green, 151,000. So we're doing fine. Doesn't mean I should be wasting money necessarily, but these things happen. So let's go in here, and I am going to delete this entire road. As a matter of fact, I am going to try to smooth this thing out. And in order to achieve that, I'm going to disconnect this. And I think where the terraforming issues start, as you can see, I think it's this bump right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a deletion here. So we're going to delete most of this road. And I'm going to delete this as well. And then we're going to get rid of this. And I know we're going to get rid of that, but we can just replace it. It's not a big deal. We're going to get rid of this entire section. Boy, I said I had one plan, and look at me, I'm working on something completely different. If I could just stick to what I say I'm going to do, right? So let's grab some medium density avenue, and I need to figure out how far I want to come forward with this, because I want a nice arc. But if I do this arc, boy, that actually is not looking like it's facing a good direction for us. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of this too for now. Let me see, is this on a cardinal direction? Because that is what I'm after, is it on a cardinal direction? It is, but it's not in the location that I want. So we're going to go ahead and bounce this. Take these back. And grab this again. And because I want it to come through here and up, I kind of want this to be a little higher. This road is going to be a little higher up. So we're going to make this nice and straight, just like so. And I think that gives us what we want. So now, if we come back over here, and we take this forward just a pinch. See already, look at that. It was doing a little bit of terraforming, which is really strange. See that little bump down there? I want to avoid that, so let's just see what happens if we drag it from here. We can always not do it if we don't want to. So if we grab this, okay, that's going completely out of control. There. Look at that. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's coming out a little further than I want, but I'm not sure how much better I'll be able to get that. That's actually more of what I want, unfortunately. Let's see if we can just bring this down. Yeah, let's zoom in. Bring this straight forward. See if we can avoid that awful terraforming issue. It's a shame because it really kind of irks a lot of people, myself included. That's just not going to do what I... There. You know what? That's okay because... is it okay? Oh, I'm going to drive myself nuts with this. I can almost speak English today, too. It's one of those days. Because we've moved this, we're getting a different... This is a lot of what I want. Except then that happens. You know what I might do is just bring that down, shoot past it. Now that's excellent. Now you see here, you see how much smoother this is all the way up? That's exactly what I want. And now if we can, And keep your fingers crossed. If we can grab this and run this straight and delete these corners and then delete, we'll do two on each side. Go back to our roads. Let's see if we can get a nice smooth, see, we've got a dip. I don't know if that's gonna let us. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see how awful that is. You know what? I am so much happier with that than I was with all these dips. Now, yes, I know that when I go to try to hook this up again, we're going to run into some issues. So I will try to play around with that. But before I do, let's look at this. And this is fun. So let's try to hook this back up. And let's play around with this area first. Then we'll worry about hooking this road up. And if this episode runs a little bit long because I'm just running with diarrhea of the mouth, well, then so be it. I'm just going to pretend that you guys think it's a bonus because you get an extra episode or an extra long episode. I try not to make these episodes too much over 20 to 25 minutes because, you know, not everybody has a half an hour to an hour to spend watching episodes of SimCity building, right? I mean, I love the game, clearly, very much, as much as anyone, I would think. And even I don't have all that much time to sit and watch that much SimCity being built, as much as I might like it. So that may be temporary, but that's alright. So now we've got this, and this is smooth, and this is doing what I want. And I'm going to delete this entire neighborhood. I think I've talked about this before. Ideally, you want to make sure that your trash has been picked up before you do these sorts of things. What do we got? All kinds of things back here. I'm going to, of course, have to have some sort of connection for our sewage outflow pipe, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll find a place to put down our treatment plant instead. Well, let's go back to our medium density avenue, and I want to get a little further inland, I think, and we're going to bring this out like that. And the reason I want to get a little further inland, maybe even a little more, is because of the terraforming problems we're having. Not quite so much, because if I hook up here, we may have some problems. So let's just kind of go about here to start. That's pretty good. And you know, I might be able to connect here and get rid of this and turn this into something else. We're going to look into that. We're going to look into that. In the meantime, let's go back to our dirt roads, and I'm going to pull a straight perpendicular off of here, and I want to get this close to here, like so. Even closer, I think. There we go. And this is probably the only measuring I'm really going to do. I'm going to do the is it 244, because what I want to allow for is one high density or medium density building in this area, because I think that'll probably be some commercial here. So now let's grab our arc tool, and we're going to kind of come out like this. And let's do a big sweeping arc like this. And let's see if I can match that here. That's a little bigger than I want. Let's go here-ish. And I'm not really measuring, I'm just kind of guessing. If we get back-to-back buildings in here, fine. If not, so what? This is more of our suburban area. And let's go and grab one, and we'll drag this down here a little bit. That's good. And we'll take off here. No, I don't like that. Let's see if I can get that a little more of an angle. Even a little more yet. There we go. I like that. And we'll bring one. We need something in here. Let's bring one in here. Oh, there we go. Let's do that. And let's go up here and bring in here. It's a little too much arc for me. Not enough arc. Boy, I'm just never happy. I'm just never happy. That'll work for now. We might keep that. And let's bring a big one out here. Kind of comes out into the corner. See, now we're taking advantage of this area in the corner. But we're not coming out with a grid. We're not boxing this off. And I'm actually going to get rid of this. And let's go back into here and let's see if I can't. I like that a little better. Maybe we'll put one right down in here. There, that's sufficiently goofy looking, right? Let's zone it. Let's grab some residential, and we are going to just pretty much zone wherever. I'm going to do here and here. Definitely on the inside because we can't do the outside. And I think I'm going to save this for some commercial, especially here, because we want some place for our Sims to shop. We know how important that is. Let's do here. And this. Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to achieve with this. The whole doesn't make a whole lot of sense. These probably have names of trees or something. That's probably what the streets are called. Yeah, they're named after trees, I'm guessing. So we'll do that, and even in here. And we'll do in here. What the hell? I'm almost doing everything. You think I should just hold the control key and do the whole thing? You know what, Leia? Let's just do that. We're going to do that here, but because I don't want to build on the avenue, I'm just going to go ahead and dezone this area. That way we're not building right on the avenue so we don't come up with all the traffic issues. And you can see right here, when I zoom in, you see that little red spot. That means nothing's going to build there, so we're not even going to worry about that. Maybe we'll try to fit trees or something or a park in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put down a little commercial here, just in case. We'll do it here and here. Just in case they start screaming for it right away. And you know what? We're even going to do more residential right there and there. And that's pretty much all of it, right? Now we have to connect this. And of course, this is the part I'm dreading to see what happens here. So let's go ahead and zoom in. And yeah, there we go. Look at that. I can live with that. There's the slightest... No, that's good. I'm totally fine with that. It's nice and smooth, and that's what I care about. If we're on an incline or something, it wouldn't bother me, but it's just when it go up, it does these strange things with the land that is existing. It really bothers me. Now, of course, though, we have to connect this. Let's try it. And you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to... Well, I'm going to connect it, but I'm going to take it... How much room do I need? Oh, it's not going to show me, unfortunately, because I know that our Department of Finance goes to the back of this building. And what I'm thinking is if I can bring this around here, because this is more flat ground, we might be better off. You know, let's do that for now, and if I have to move it later on, we will. This is completely undoing all the things we did before, but that's okay. Let's actually hook to the road, then we're going to grab it. There we go. Now let's bring it here. And if it's not enough room, that's fine. Of course, I had issues with terraforming here as well. This could be just an ongoing project, but that's kind of the point, right? All right, let's see what we get. Zooming in. Yeah, because this is all flat ground, I'm okay with that too. All right, good. Let's fire the game back up again. Finally, right? I promise from here on out, we're going to try to plan ahead a little bit more. And, of course, we talked about in the beginning, having straight row patterns or grid patterns was simply because we wanted to pack in the Sims, and we wanted to make sure that we were able to... we were able to make money so we could run our city. And of course we're even more in the red. And we have water issues. Duh, I forgot to replace the... oh, and that's going to go... You know what, let's put water... This is just temporary too, but if I plop it there, you know what's going to happen. Yep, it's going to change this, and I'm so happy with how smooth this is. I hope you are too. This is much more the look I was going for. So we're good there, right? Yes. Now, how are we doing? Anybody screaming to upgrade the roads? Not yet, and I didn't think so. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, look at that. They're moving in. We've got businesses. We've got residents. Here's Sycamore Lane, right? And this is Oak Street and Maple Avenue. So yeah, they're moving in. Everything's going good. I'm going to try to fiddle around with the arc over here. Actually, I'm not, because look, we need, well, trash. We need to hook up our trash again. I delete these things and I forget that I've done it. So here, trash problem solved. And we need a clinic. And where can we fit our clinic? And you know what I said too? I said I was going to put in a police station. So lest I forget, we've got a lot of room here. I think this is actually a good spot for a clinic. So let's go ahead and plop our clinic There's good. And we needed an extra room before, so we'll put another one down. I think I'm going to stick with just the one ambulance for now. Now a police station. Where can we put a police station where it's going to look nice? And of course that's just going to put us further into red, but you know what? We're still doing okay. We're still in the green because we're selling that oil. And just one police station. And I'm going to put it over here, and the reason being is I don't want to have too many nice buildings over here because that'll turn this into a medium wealth area. And I don't want a medium wealth area here. I want to have that lower wealth, and this is medium wealth. So for now, at the cost of 30,000, we're going to temporarily plop a police station right there. Now that I have all of those things accomplished, we're going to quickly put in at least part of this road before we come to a close of this episode, because I didn't have to take quite as long to do the rebuild as I thought, which is good. So let's kind of arc this around. And I don't know that I'm going to get it any better than that, so I'm going to let that go. I'm pretty happy with that. And let's find... Let's see. Oh, look at the traffic there. God, that's awful. That's absolutely atrocious. Let's upgrade this road. Let's put a low density in there. Actually, let's put a medium density and see if that kind of helps. No, because now, yeah, immediately. Because now it's 2 lanes. We've got 2 lanes each way for traffic to come in, so that'll help. So, okay, anyway, back to this. Where was I? So let's go back to this. And I'm going to do kind of something like this. And then curve it there. And then... That's not what I want. Let's follow this around. Maybe a little too much. And this, and let's see what we get. Yeah, because there's a dip right here, isn't there? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a ridge. There's a ridge right there. So how bad is this? Now you see, that's not... I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people would say, "Oh my God, that's awful. Look at this." And yeah, but you know what? Because it's a smooth transition, I am completely fine with that. And I'm going to let this sit for now. I'm not even going to attach this just yet because I'm still not quite sure what I want to do with it. Although I do know that I'm going to start building grid patterns out in this area because this is what we want to get into as far as our sewage. We want to have our sewage treatment plant. That's going to be a priority for next episode. Sewage treatment plant, gridding in some of our industrial areas over here, and then looking at also not ore, coal. There's a big supply of coal right here, so why not tap into that too? And I think is it drilling? No, it isn't drilling. It's mining. You mine ore and coal. It's not a big building, so we'll need some roads in here because I'm going to set this right in here. Now I have never done coal mining before, so that'll be a first for both of us. Well, maybe not for you, but it is for me, and that's okay because this is our starter city, and I'm going to learn some stuff, and hopefully you will too. Hopefully we both learn things, but we've got this going on, and I'm pretty happy with that. I think that looks like a suburban sprawl. We've got enough room too, which I like, to add in some parks because that's going to raise the land value. And we can add in some trees and fill in this area because I want this to be kind of lush. And it's kind of tucked away if you notice. It's almost protected. We have our avenue here and an avenue here, and it's just caught up right in the corner with some shops down here and our clinic, and everything is going well. So I really am happy with this, and I'm very happy with this too. And as these fill out, this is really going to turn into something. We're getting there. Now, I don't know how long before we take a quick break from Norwich Hills and move on to one of the other areas in the region, but we are going to do that. We're going to start looking at our university city. I forget the city's name, and then of course our touristy high wealth town. But we'll get into that. And I'm seeing, I'm seeing lumps. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about that right now. But this is probably going to change yet again. That's okay. But for now, as always, feel free to leave me a comment in the appropriate section. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks for sticking with me this long. And we'll see you next time for another episode of SimCity Starter.